Musician Landon Cube joins the We're Out of Time podcast.
I'm still not satisfied career-wise, really being consistent and making better music, staying true to myself, the type of music I want to make. But in my personal life, I'm 100% happy. I have all my really good close friends, my family, I'm really close with them. I have a girlfriend. I think that's one of the things that made me want to stop too, was seeing a lot of artists around the same age as me just dying. No, looking back, it's embarrassing. Well, I fell asleep at a red light. Somehow my foot was on the brake still, so I was just there, and they said they were trying to wake me up for 5 minutes.
Dude, that's hysterical.
Yeah, it was. I went into jail with my
with your foot on the brake.
That phase of my life is over.
We're Out of Time has reached number 3 on the Apple Podcasts mental health chart. Thank you for listening, supporting, and sharing this journey with us. Please follow the podcast, rate and review. And if you're getting value out of We're Out of Time, share it with someone else you know.
Dude, you just let that lettuce go and you look like Sam Kinison.
What does that mean?
You don't know who Sam Kinison is?
Nah.
You almost laughed like him too.
Really? Who is that?
Sam Kinison?
Yeah.
It's been love about 9 times now. And it's been real every time, folks. Every time it was gonna last forever.
Sam Kinison is one of the greatest comedians who ever lived. You look like a very thin version of Sam Kinison.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Where's my glasses? I can't see anything. I tried to do it because I was too lazy to clean up. That's my problem. So, man, what's your name again?
I'm Landon Cube. Well, Landon Cube is my name, but I always just say Landon Cube. It's easier, flows better. So it's spelled Cube, but it's Filipino, so it's Cube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You're Filipino.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Half Filipino, half white. Yeah.
Well, you know what? This goes to show you how blind I am.
Oh, what did you think? Everyone thinks Native American or something.
I didn't think anything because I was too excited to eat the Dave's chair. I was so hungry I couldn't stand it. I mean, seriously, hold on. Hey, man, how you doing?
Good. How about you, man?
Yeah, good. So, you got any clue what I am?
Not really. I heard something. You're you're friends with Joe Rogan is all I heard.
I'm friends with Joe Rogan.
I thought I heard that.
I have never met Joe Rogan.
Huh.
What do you...
Someone said that.
Who said that?
I think it was Beasley.
Dude.
Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe he didn't say anything like that.
That guy wouldn't piss on me to put out a phone. Yeah, that's gonna go over well. All right, man. So tell me about yourself, bro.
I'm 27. I make music. I produce, play guitar, perform. I sing, rap a little bit. But yeah, that's what I do.
And you're obviously the most humble person I've met here. Seriously, because everybody loves you. Everybody. They all think you're the greatest.
Who did you talk to?
All of them. All of them. Everybody knows you. Every kid in high school knows you. All these kids, they all love you.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, you don't think I have the pulse on the kids today?
How did you say that?
I got young kids, dude. And they got friends. Yeah. So you're doing really good. So you had problems with drugs, huh?
Yeah. I've been mostly clean for 2-ish years, probably since 2020.
Well, let's go back. What were you using?
I was pills was my main thing, Xanax, and then that kind of snowballed into everything else.
Well, give it to me.
Because I didn't really give about anything when I was on Xan, so I would try everything else, and then it all kind of
Well, tell me what you're using. Take your Xans. Now your decision making is a little off.
Yeah.
And what are you taking?
Coke, a lot of Coke. Drank a lot. Did a lot of whippets and psychedelics and
whippets.
Everything. Yeah. Fuck that.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, looking back, it's just it's embarrassing. But I learned a lot from doing all that, and just it's definitely that phase of my life is over. So it's.
How'd you stop? Well, first of all, did you go to jail You do any jail time?
I got arrested for DUI, so I did like a day, but not like real jail.
Is that case over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I fell asleep at 2020, I think.
So during COVID.
Yeah. I fell asleep.
Dude, you got pulled over during COVID when there wasn't a cop on the street to save your life?
Well, I fell asleep at a red light.
Oh,
I was just like there, and somehow my foot was like on the brake still, so I was just there, and they said they were trying to like wake me up for 5 minutes or.
Dude, that's hysterical.
Yeah, it was. I went into jail like with my.
With your foot on the brake?
No, I had like Birkenstocks on. I had my nails, toenails painted and fingernails painted. It was just like, it was kind of like scary, but I was just in there with other people that were in for drug stuff. So it wasn't like anything scary. And plus I was on like so much like Xanax. I wasn't like afraid of anything.
Did you remember to bring your hacky sack?
No, dude. No, but,
your didgeridoo?
No, I forgot all that, man.
Dude, you're the best. You're the best. You're like the hippie rapper. You're the only guy that's like, you've got your own genre. You've got your own lane. Am I wrong?
I'm not the only one, but I'd say I have my own thing.
So how'd you get sober?
I just like, I don't know. It took a while. I went on and off a lot. Like I got kind of clean, but went back and then.
So you were struggling and you were trying to stay sober, but you couldn't.
Yeah. And then finally I had to go to Europe, for something. And I was like, I don't want to like take a bag full of pills through customs and like get caught then. Cause it's like that would be up. Right. So I just like kind of tapered off of it over like a course of like 2 or 3 months.
By yourself?
Yeah, by myself. Cause it kind of, it like gets to a point where like, when I really wanted to quit is like when the people around you like don't even like care or like kind of make effort. They kind of like, it feels like people like give up on you a little bit. And then it's like, well, I have to do this by myself completely. Not that I had to do it by myself, but it just kind of felt like that at that point. So yeah, I still had like my pills and I just kind of did like a little bit less and less each day, like broke it in half and then broke it down to like half of a half. And eventually like before I left, I like wasn't taking any. And then, and then I went to Europe and I was fine. I mean, felt a little weird, but, and it took a while to feel like good, I guess, like fully. It's still like I think it's still like a struggle, but I think now
it's 2 years.
Yeah. It's still like I'd say it feels a lot better now. But it felt like a struggle for like a really long time.
But are you struggling as far as sometimes trying to stay off the pills, or is it your head's not completely clear, because you were on the pills for so long?
I think it's more that. I'm not like tempted to go back to it now.
Right.
And, like,
how long were you doing it?
I first started getting into anything. Like I started with like lean, like most rappers, in 2017, maybe early 2018. And then, pretty much mostly quit everything by like the end of 2022, beginning of 2023.
Okay. But you were doing that, the lean and the pills, in that 5-year period, right? How much of it were you doing it? Were you doing it every day? Were you taking opioids and benzos every day?
Not opioids. I after the lean, I was kind of like something that was like the first one, but it was more benzos.
Okay.
It was like the biggest problem I had, and that was every day. Yeah,
that's the hardest thing, man, to get off of.
Yeah,
in my experience, the benzos.
Yeah, no, that was every day.
I have a buddy of mine that just spent just over 3 months here. He was on so much that you had to titrate it off for, I think it was 100 days exactly.
Damn.
He just left yesterday.
Wow. Yeah, no, it's definitely sucks. But no, I made it through that and then just never really.
How much were you using at the height?
At the height? I was like snorting them and probably like 8 to 10
milligrams?
like bars, like 8 to 10 bar. milligrams is a bar? 2 milligrams.
2 milligrams.
So like 16 to 20 milligrams. That was like the worst. That was when I got arrested. And then
How'd you get arrested? Oh yeah, you got arrested for falling asleep. I can't believe it. You know, it's so funny. You're such a good kid. You didn't get arrested doing anything like gnarly, right? You didn't get arrested doing anything gnarly.
No.
You get arrested because you fell asleep. So funny.
That's like such a fucking me thing.
What'd you do? What are you in here for? I fell asleep. So gnarly.
It was embarrassing too, because there was people in the cell. It was like probably 20 people in the room with like bunks and a lot of the people like knew who I was. And like throughout the day, they were like, I think that's him. And then I ended up talking to them and they were like, damn, what are you doing in here?
And you told them that you were in for murder?
No, but they were like, damn, you shouldn't be in here. And I was like, no, I got inmates telling me like about like what I should be doing. But yeah, and it was definitely a wake up call. It didn't like end it though, but I think I got a little bit better after that, but not like fully, you know.
So you're not smoking weed?
No, I smoked a lot of weed since like very, very young, like around 12, about 13.
Right.
And after like the Xanax and everything, I think because I was dependent on like Xanax, like anti-anxiety for so long, when I tried to smoke weed after that, I'd have severe panic attacks, like feeling like I'm having a heart attack kind of, and that never went away. Now if I hit a joint, I'm like sitting there like ready to call 911.
Really?
Yeah. I can't do it at all. Not anymore.
That is not very gangster.
Not at all. But I'm not very against it, really.
No, you're the best. So when you were loaded, you were doing your music though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you blow up when you were on Xanax?
No, I blew up before. And then
you blew up before you got into real heavy.
Yeah, I was smoking a ton of weed at that time. But
so when did you blow up? Like blow up?
End of 2017, early 2018.
Okay.
I had these
that was before you had the problems.
Yeah. I mean, I smoked a lot of weed. That was it. No, yeah. When I got introduced to it, I mean, I had the money to buy like all that shit, and didn't really help that I could buy as much of it as I wanted. So yeah.
You're lucky, man. You're lucky you didn't die, because you were doing this stuff from 2018 to 2022. And, you know, by 2022, fentanyl was in everything.
Yeah.
You know, and it's getting even worse. I mean, all the time. I think it was like 50% of pills and powder, maybe 40%. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's fucking.
In 2022, it was laced with fentanyl. Now it's 70%.
It's fucking crazy. But even then, when I was doing it, I was pretty conscious of that, and I had like test strips, and I did.
Yeah, but I know that, and it's better than not doing anything. But just for the kids at home, okay. You test strip something. Let's say you test strip a pill, right? In different parts of the pill, you're going to have different amounts of fentanyl, right? And the reason is because it's not made by a pharmacy, right? It's not a manufacturer, right? It's a guy with an ore in a big vat. Okay. So you don't know what you're getting in each pill. So if you test one side of the pill, it could be on the other side or it could be in the middle. Same thing with powder. So it scares me. Is it better than nothing? Absolutely. But it ain't, it ain't foolproof.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So it just scares me, man.
Yeah.
You don't have kids, do you?
No.
When you're a father, it'll start scaring. Yeah. Good. So you're happy with where you are in your life.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm still like not satisfied career-wise, but in my personal life, I'm 100% happy. Like I have all my really good close friends, like really great people. My family, I'm really close with them. I have a girlfriend. Everything's great in my personal life. I'm still like working with my career. Obviously, I'm Never. I feel like I'll never be satisfied fully with that.
Or where you want to go? What do you want to do?
Just bigger, just bigger performances.
What are you doing to get bigger?
What do you mean?
Well, I wanted Bill Gates' money, but life's full of disappointments. Okay. If I want Bill Gates' money, I got to have a plan. What's your plan to be bigger?
I mean, just really being consistent and making better music and just keep putting out good music but staying true to myself, the type of music I want to make.
How often are you making music?
I try to every day. I don't succeed every day, but I try to. I try to at
write
least sit
stuff,
down.
or are you just straight off the head?
I'm more right now. But it's all like in the moment. Like, I've been doing a lot of my own production, so I'll just play something on guitar and I kind of just mumble stuff on the microphone until like it kind of has a nice melody, and then I kind of write the lyrics to it afterwards.
You're writing every day?
I'm not gonna lie and say every day, but
When do you write?
I try to. I mean, sometimes I try to force myself, but sometimes I just try to write when I'm actually like inspired to. Because I feel like sometimes when I try to force it and like sit in my room all day, I just kind of go crazy, and then
That's right. So where do you go? Do you go to a beautiful place? Do you go to different places all the time?
Different places. I go to like Malibu, or I'll go on hikes. There's a lot of like hikes around me. There's one in Chatsworth I go to a lot. It's this big rock.
Uh-huh.
It's called like Stony Point Park, I think. But yeah, just places like that.
Everyone knows where to stalk you. Good job. Eric, why don't you give your address while you're on it?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I just try to like get out and live so that I like don't feel like crazy, like I'm driving myself crazy.
How many hours a week do you think, on the average, you write? Let's go back over the last year. How many hours a week over the last year?
Maybe like 10 to 15 hours, like maybe like a couple hours every day. But
do you love doing music?
Yeah, but I like at times I don't, but that's kind of like with everything, always going to love it at all times. But it still like is the only thing I really, really enjoy doing in terms of like creating stuff and like working in general. Like I still have the moments where like it's really rewarding. And then other times where I like want to rip my hair out because of it. But I feel like that's kind of normal with music. Like, I still love it most of the time.
For me, right, I think I work between 16 and 18 hours a day. And I don't feel like I've worked 5 minutes. Like, I don't feel like I've worked at all. And the reason I don't is because I created the life I wanted, right? So, I've got this new business. I sold a business a while back and I wasn't allowed to work for 5 years. So when I could come back to work, I grabbed all my friends, like 31 of my great friends, and they came from the last place I sold to start a startup with me. I'm responsible for like all these people that work with me. And I'm responsible for the people who I'm supposed to, help get and stay sober. I feel like I've never worked a day in my life because, if there was no money attached to it and there was, if I had all the money, right, to where I didn't need it, this is exactly what I'd be doing anyway, right?
Yeah.
It seems to me that, you love your music and you want to be bigger, right? And so everything in life is a compromise. And so you're just going to have to make a decision because you're happy, man. I mean, you're winning in life. Like everybody wants what you've got. You're like, no, man, I'm happy. I'm chilling with my girl. Right? You got it all. You're stoked. Right? I mean, if you want more, you got to do more, you know? And you can't, and do you know who John Wooden was?
John Wood. No, I don't think so.
He was the best men's basketball coach in college ever. And he said, don't mistake activity with achievement. Right? And what that means to me is, oh, you appear busy over there. You're busy. You're a busy little bee, but you're not doing anything. You're not accomplishing anything. You are full of activity with no achievement. And when I procrastinate, right, I fall into that trap. That's why I like what you said. You know, I don't want to do it in my room. Sometimes I just want to do it when I feel it.
Yeah.
And if you do it when you feel it, don't stop. Okay. Don't let the role killers come. Right. You know what a role killer is?
I don't think so.
So, you know, when you're working and you've been just going at it for hours, and then finally it hits you and you're on a roll and you're like getting more done it's like being in a zone in sports.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing. And then your girl will call you, your kids will call you, your ex will call you, this one will call you. It's like, you know, I call them all role killers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That does happen to me.
Right. Don't get role killed. The second you're like on it and you see the phone start blowing up, turn it off. That is a blessing. That was your alarm letting you know you're about to be role killed. And then you stay on that roll until you pass out, because that's where the magic happens. Okay.
Yeah.
You see a lot of drugs during your shows and in the underground rap scene.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people doing that shit. A lot of my people I've worked with and stuff, but not so much like my friends. Out of my friends, it was like kind of just me. So weird. I just don't hang out with like a whole lot of artists and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you see like a lot of artists and a lot of young artists dying, and shit sucks. I think that's one of the things that like made me want to stop too, was seeing a lot of artists that were, you know, like around the same age as me, just dying. Cause I never really like wanted to die, no matter how like sad or like fucked up I was. I never was like, oh, I don't care. I want to die or anything.
But you said you were depressed or unhappy. I don't remember the word you used, but what I felt like was that you were in a massive depression at some point. Is that true or not true?
I'd say it's true, just because of like all the drugs and shit. Like it gives you like temporary happiness, but then it fucks up your body and fucks up your brain. And
but that's why you were unhappy. There was nothing that made you.
I think I also kind of just hated the music industry, like the business side of music. There wasn't anything like severely wrong in my life or anything, but I think that was like new for me, because I went my whole life just making music and enjoying music. But there was times where I felt like I had to like kind of put my foot into it, because, you know, like if you want something done right, do it yourself. Sometimes I didn't feel like if things weren't being done right, I had to kind of like, you know, look in and see what was going wrong.
Right.
And then that's just kind of depressing when you make music and then you see some of the shit that happens in the music business, and it just like is not as fun as just making music and the reward of like making music.
When was your last show?
My last show?
Yeah.
I did Fremont Street in Vegas in November. Other than that, I did go to Rolling Loud with my friend Lil Skies, and I performed with him. But other than that, my own solo show was in November.
Who's the guy where was that? Vegas?
Vegas, yeah.
Where in Vegas?
Fremont Street. It's like downtown Vegas. It's like the old Las Vegas.
Oh, I love that. Dude.
Yeah, like the old Las Vegas Strip with the like lights on the roof.
I love it.
Yeah, it was sick because I was performing and I saw like myself. They had myself like up on the ceiling.
And the one thing that I've gathered from meeting now probably a dozen guys in your genre is you're all friends and you're all cool with each other. It ain't like when I was growing up and you had East Side and West Side, gangster rap. This is completely different. And you guys have this like cool vibe with each other. And, everybody's doing a gig somewhere. You go get your gigs and bring these guys along and work it out and so forth and so on and keep this thing going. You should be able to do something every other week for sure.
Well, I think the thing right now, I'm trying to focus more on like the music and like, everything's like online and the internet and shit. I think back then it was like touring was like it's still a big thing. It matters, but I think right now, I think right now I'm working on like kind of putting myself back in like the spotlight and stuff. Cause like
posting all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of hate posting, but I do it. I'm just not a huge social media guy.
It's okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even really know what that means. I just said it because I'm a parrot and I'm parroting something. Yeah. But you're handling all that stuff. Right?
No, yeah. I'll just like set up a camera and like film a little video of me like singing or playing something and just put the song in the background, like just like that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm trying to like get just bigger in that sense, like get my music bigger so that it makes like more sense to go on tour. Because I feel like if I went on tour right now, it's like, well, I don't have like I dropped an EP recently, but I didn't drop like a full album or anything.
How many songs you got in the hopper?
In the what?
How many songs you got ready to release right now?
I mean,
that you haven't released yet.
That I'm planning to release, or like, because I have like hundreds of songs that I've done over the years, but I think I just get sick of them. Like I'll get really excited about them, and then like 6 months later, I hadn't put them out yet, and like I made something new that I'm excited about. It's kind of like it's a fucked up problem I have, like not releasing shit.
Well, do you have friends that you can play them for? And because you're not objective about it, and you're too hard on yourself about it, right? Do you have people whose opinions you respect that you can listen to it and see if that's, the one or not?
Yeah, I show music to my friends all the time. I have one friend I'm really, it's like pretty much my best friend since middle school, Johnny. I show him a lot of music. I show it to my girlfriend. I trust her opinion because we listen to a lot of the same music. So, yeah. And then like people like it and stuff, but then I have this problem with waiting so long to put it out that I don't even, like, I'm not excited about it anymore.
Yeah, bro, it doesn't matter. You did it and you were excited about it at some point, and you got to get certain out.
Yeah.
And if you're stuck, which is all that's happening here, you got to let your best friend and your girlfriend and anybody else you respect listen to all of it and let them tell you what to put on. You can even call the album Loved Ones, right? Because your loved ones picked out the songs that whatever. I really do think I'm Rick Rubin. I don't stay in my lane at all. I'm like the guy who gives people their families back, and then I get world famous rappers there and I tell them how to do their own. I mean, just out to lunch.
No, I think I definitely get like way too in my head about it now versus when I first started. When I first started, like I'd finish a song and I'd upload it to SoundCloud. And I don't know, now like it just feels like a little bit more pressure. And I don't know, I think I'm still learning how to like manage that.
Okay, well, all that is you're a bigger deal and you're not going to damage your brand by releasing. Okay, so that's responsible. Okay, but you're stuck. Let me give you an example. I had an addiction research fella. Okay. treatment centers don't have addiction research fellows. Universities have addiction research fellows. And we were the only ones to have it because I wanted to know. And I wanted to know quickly. But Connie, Dr. Scharf, is the greatest person. And what I did was I talked into my phone for maybe 40 to 60 hours. I forgot what it was. It was a while ago. And I said, this is what our book's about, Connie. Do the outline and do something from this, right? And she's like, no problem. She comes back 8 weeks later. She's got a whole book, outline book, whole thing, right? And it took us 3.5 hours to read it line by line and discuss everything. And I'd be like, no, yes, perfect. Babe, is this what we believe? Really? Come on, right? Yes, perfect. Perfect. And we take the notes, right? And she comes back like 3 weeks later and she delivers me the book. And I only want to look at the stuff, the red line. I don't want to look at the whole thing again. I ain't about that. I'm only looking at the stuff we were going to change. And then I went through the same process. And then when it was done, she brings it back to me 2 weeks later. And she says, okay, let's go over it again. And I said, no. And she said, what do you mean no? This book needs to be perfect. And I said, Connie, there's no such thing as a perfect book. We can sit here and be stuck all we want, or we can let that fly. And that's it. We put our best foot forward. Okay? You put your best foot forward and then you let it fly. Nothing's going to be perfect. What you need to get back out there. Okay? You've got hundreds of songs. Oh man, you got to let your people that know better, okay, do it. I think I use this word on the last guy because he was measured. What was my last boy's name?
Brett.
Yeah, Young Bands. You know Young Bands.
Yeah. I worked with Young Bands. We have a song together.
Yeah, Young Bands was here on Friday. So you just missed him by 2 days. You should do a song with him.
Well, I have a song with him.
Yeah, but I ate yesterday and I'm pretty sure I'm going to eat today. Okay. So you should do a song with him.
Yeah, I'd work with Bands again for sure.
Do it and grab all your other friends and do it too. Okay. You guys are all so popular. You know, it's like you guys should all be doing this together. You guys are a generation, right, Don? You guys are a different generation. I've never seen anything like it. It's so inclusive. And it's like nobody talks smack about anybody. It's all good. Everybody's good with everybody. I've never seen anything like that. I don't understand it. I mean, I'm hopeful. Who's your favorite rapper?
Rapper? I don't know who like my favorite rapper is anymore, honestly. I listen to a lot of more like alternative kind of music. I like Dominic Fike. He's like my favorite, probably artist, new generation artist.
Really?
He raps a little too. So I guess, no, he's just dope. He's super dope. I like his music a lot.
Have you done a song with him?
No.
Why?
I don't know him. I just don't really know.
Why don't you have your people contact his people?
I don't know. I think it doesn't always work like that. And I don't like it.
You're right. It doesn't work like that. If you don't try, it never works like that. In fact, if you don't try, you can bet it won't work like that.
Yeah. But I don't know. A lot of the relationships I have made have been like organic, and I've met the people first and then worked with them, and I kind of like it that way. And I know it's like,
dude, you know what? You're like me. It's like, I swear to God, I will never get on one of those dating apps. Okay? I won't do it. This is your version of dating apps. You're not doing dating apps. You're going to meet that girl in the supermarket, whether you like to or not. Right? Unbelievable.
I actually met my girlfriend at a Dominic Fike concert.
At which concert?
Dominic Fike. He's the only artist like since I've blown up or whatever, that I've actually paid to go like see their concert. And I met her there. I met her through like a friend. Like we met up there, but yeah, I technically met her there. I didn't meet her on the internet or anything like that.
Pull up this guy. Let me see who this guy is. This guy wants to do a song with you. Look at him. You guys are like separated at birth. Dude, this guy wants to do something with you. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I never met him. We don't have any like mutual friends or.
He knows who you are. Call him. Call him up, dude. You're not asking to. You just want to do a song. Right? You can do it.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, dude. Look at how happy you just got. Look at how happy you just got. That inspired you just now. You do a song with this guy, it's going to bring something out of you and it's going to inspire you. And just so you know, next time some kid calls you and asks you to do a song with him, the answer is yes. That guy did it with you.
For sure.
You got anything you want to plug?
I mean, I put out an EP a couple months ago. Was it a couple months ago? Might have been longer. Yeah. It's called Name in the Sky. It's like a bunch of, it's like the shit I'm currently like liking to make. It's like a lot of the alternative and some like emotional shit. There's even a song about like the whole drug situation and being like happy to be out of that. I don't know if you heard it. You should listen to it. It's called 25.
25?
25, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to hear it. You own it?
I have a label, so not technically.
I mean, I like the 25 one because it's topical. But if I'm going to get a call from you later.
I have a song called Gone that I really like. And it's still like in the same similar like genre I like to make now.
And you've never sold it? It's
independent.
It's independent?
Because I was assigned to a major label and then I wasn't for maybe 2 years and then I just signed again. So
now Simon.
It's an independent label. It's small. They're called like Scrappy. It's a small day. I didn't want to do like the major.
Why?
Because it's like, dude, it's a lot like there's just bullshit with the major labels. Like once they are not happy with you, then it becomes really hard to put music out. And obviously like that sucks for my mental health when I can't put music out. And that was.
What did they do?
It's just they didn't like want to pay for anything. Like it was just like producer fees and stuff like that. Like it's just they or they just plain wouldn't respond to me a lot. And then eventually I got out of the deal. But it just got to the point where I was like, I guess shelved, you know? Have you ever heard that with like a label system?
Yeah.
They just like stop kind of responding to you. So it's hard to, you can't just upload the music yourself.
You guys got to put a clause in that thing for an anti-shelved clause. Like when they've like, right? I mean, I'm sure that's a thing.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The contracts are like this big.
Right.
And I don't read them. My lawyer does.
Yeah.
All the contracts are usually like the same. So the lawyer is.
Well, you're going to get hosed.
Yeah, the lawyer's not going to tell you everything wrong with it. There's a lot of stuff in it, but the lawyer's not going to tell you everything that's up. Like,
he'd be here all week.
Yeah.
Because it's all skewed towards them. So that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
All right, my man. How do people reach you?
Reach me Instagram, Landon Cube. TikTok, Landon Von Cube. I don't use TikTok all that much, but Instagram mainly. Yeah.
Did we leave anything out? Is there anything that you wanted to say?
No, man. I think we covered a lot.
Thanks for coming.
Of course, man. Thank you for having me. See you next Tuesday.
If you or a loved one is struggling, we have a number that you can call and we'll help you find the best treatment that is right for you. Our company, One Call Placement, is dedicated to helping you, and we'll find the best treatment that is right for you. So call now at 888-808-6159. Again, that's 888-808-6159.
We're out of time. Please subscribe on YouTube, click the thumbs up, and leave a comment. Please subscribe on Apple Podcast and Spotify and leave a rating and a review. And share the We're Out of Time podcast with others you know who will get value out of it. See you next Tuesday.